To the average person, this is an ordinary living room. But for Dwayne Stroman, it's a modern miracle.
Well, I prayed a lot.
For 10 years, his living room looked like this, jam-packed full of stuff.
You don't recognize it. You don't see it. It looks normal. This stuff looks normal.
Dwayne is a hoarder. People who hoard have difficulty processing information, so making decisions is tough. They also see value in things that other people consider junk. For example, imagine each item you're looking at meaning as much to you as your high school diploma, your wedding dress, or a lock from your child's first haircut. Now you can see why hoarders have enormous anxiety about getting rid of things.
I had trash up to the ceiling, touching the ceiling. I didn't know it until my mother came in one day, and she said, "You have to get help. This is ridiculous."
One of the worst things that a family can do to someone who has a hoarding disorder is to do the cleanup.
Dr. Darnita Payden is a hoarding specialist.
Imagine how you would feel if you came home and someone had completely thrown away all of your items without asking your permission. So there's a lack of trust. There's a broken bond of trust. There's anger.
Instead of that, she says what hoarders really need is professional help and the power of God.
I'm able to pray for them, pray with them. I can provide scriptures that will help and support them and encourage them.
I was praying. I said, "Lord, give me a pair of eyes so I can see this trash." And then it slowly evolved.
Dr. Payden helped Dwayne develop a different attitude toward his possessions.
The ultimate goal of a person who hoards is function, not perfection, but simply being able to use their living space for its intended purpose.
Dwayne needed someone to help him evaluate each item, deciding whether it stays in the home, is thrown away, or donated. Sometimes that helper was Dr. Payden.
The main thing I do remember her saying, 90% of these items you're never going to use again. And she was right. This one, I'm going to call somebody who needs it.
So you're trying to donate that?
You're right.
Okay, absolutely.
If I can't hit it in a couple of days, it's in the trash with the other.
So it seems as if you're now putting a deadline on how long things can stay in your space if it's not a functioning part of that space.
His main purge partner was his cousin, Dale.
Wayne, do you think we can get rid of this?
This is what Dwayne's dining room used to look like, crammed full of items, rendering it unusable. But now...
It's a great feeling to know I can sit down in my dining room.
Absolutely.
I was so happy the first day I was able to sit in my dining room.
Unfortunately, there is no cure for hoarding, so people who finally control it have to guard against a relapse by avoiding temptation.
This is a lifetime struggle. It gets easier, but it is a struggle. You manage yourself every day. You stay out of the secondhand shops. You stay away from the little auto shows where they're selling pliers. You have 1 million of them at home. Is this worth it? No, it's not. This is a process you have to go through so you can know how hard it is to get out of it. You're not getting back in it. This is very real.
But with education, patience, and discipline, people can break free from the compulsion to hoard. Lori Johnson, CBN News.